Okay, welcome to today's deep dive. Let's unpack this right away. I want you to imagine you have a coworker who, constantly causes problems.
Oh, yeah, we all know at least one of those.
Right, exactly. Like, they destroy team morale, they tank productivity, and, well, they're basically a walking disaster.
Yeah, and your instinct is usually to just cut your losses. Like, fire them and save the department, right?
Exactly. But today we're looking at some reflection notes on an ancient text, Jonah chapter 1 specifically.
The notes are titled Compassion Beyond the Storm of Failure, I believe.
Yeah, that's the one. And our mission here is to extract this really counterintuitive lesson about human nature, blame, and what mercy actually costs. Because this ancient shipwreck basically flips that whole corporate survival instinct entirely on its head.
It really does. I mean, it's a fascinating case study because it takes a story most people think they know and turns it into this psychological pressure cooker. Yeah. We get to watch human reactions in the middle of an absolute crisis.
Yeah, because Jonah is that disastrous team member in this scenario. Oh. I mean, there is a massive, terrifying storm tearing their ship apart, and Jonah finally just confesses that the violent weather is entirely his fault.
He literally says the phrase, "because of me."
Right. Yes, he admits it's because of him, and then he just tells the crew to throw him into the sea. Which, I mean, logically, if a toxic coworker admits they ruined everything and says, just fire me, most teams would gladly oblige.
Oh, absolutely. They'd have his stuff packed in a cardboard box before he even finished the sentence.
Right. So what's fascinating here is the sailors' actual reaction. They don't immediately throw him overboard.
No, they don't. What's fascinating here is that they actually row incredibly hard to reach dry land to save him.
Which makes zero sense.
Well, it makes even less sense when you look at the historical context the source provides. These sailors were Gentiles, meaning they were completely outside the Israelite faith.
Okay, so what does that mean for, their reaction to the storm?
Well, in ancient polytheistic cultures, natural disasters were essentially viewed as temper tantrums of the gods.
So the sea is angry, and you just have to appease it.
Precisely. So appeasing an angry sea with a human life wouldn't have been this, entirely foreign concept to them.
Right.
They had every cultural, religious, and logical excuse to just toss them.
Wait, but from a practical standpoint, it just sounds foolish that they don't.
Right.
I mean, if he literally says, I caused this, throw me in, aren't they risking the entire ship for one toxic guy? Why do they fight it?
That is the crux of why this text is so radical. I mean, instead of taking the easy, culturally accepted out, the text tells us they exhausted themselves desperately trying to save the exact man causing their disaster.
Which completely breaks our modern logic. When things go wrong, we immediately look for someone to blame.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Isolate the problem, remove the variable.
Right, but these strangers look at a guy who just said, I am the problem, and their response is to row harder to save him.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, this unexpected mercy points to a much larger divine theme.
A theme about how failure should be handled, right?
Exactly. If these sailors, in the middle of a literal life-threatening disaster, can show such deep compassion to a stranger, it serves as a mirror for God's immense compassion for both Jonah and, ultimately, the doomed city of Nineveh.
Wow.
Yeah, it shows that God's mercy isn't dimmed by the reality of a because of me failure. It operates completely outside our usual human economy of blame.
So what does this all mean? For you listening, the reflection notes actually leave you with some pretty sharp questions. Like, when things go sideways, are you defaulting to blame instead of seeking a wiser path?
That's a tough one to answer on.
It really is. And also, who might God be calling you to treat with exhausting compassion rather than quick rejection? We're really encouraged to look to the maker of heaven and earth rather than just living in a cycle of guilt.
Because true mercy always costs the person giving it. It challenges you to stop pointing fingers and saying, because of me or because of you.
Absolutely. So I want to leave you with a final thought to mull over. We know how the story goes. The sailors eventually do have to throw Jonah into the sea.
Right, which is what finally calms the raging waters.
Yes, and it leads them to make vows to the Lord. Most people focus on the giant fish that comes next. But what if the ultimate test of our own character isn't just how quickly we can escape a storm? What if the real miracle is the exhausting lengths we are willing to row to save the person who caused it?